Now at 6, a new transportation bill is now on its way to the Senate, but not before 2 House lawmakers voted against party lines.
Spent countless hours figuring it out.
I was really honest up front that this is where my vote was going to land.
Coming up, the reasoning behind their votes, plus.
And in Northwest Portland, a new homeless shelter is set to open today, but over the weekend, graffiti was spray painted along its walls targeting the project. We'll tell you what neighbors have to say about it.
And a police chase in Michigan ended with a bang, or more accurately, oh geez, a lost axle. How did that happen? Why did that happen? We're going to have the details for you coming up at 6:45, the 6 o'clock hour. Sunrise starts right now.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Tuesday. I'm China Green.
And I'm Drew Carney. Shall we bring Chris McGinnis and Rod Hill into the mix? I think we shall. And there they are. So, Rob, we're going to start this hour with your Tuesday forecast.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting toasty again this afternoon. Our newest live camera, I think this debuted last Friday. This is our view from Vancouver, and the camera is located at the springs along the waterfront. And it's pretty cool. As you can see, of course, the beautiful new development. You can see Mount Hood. And you can also see the traffic on I-5. So Chris may use this at times to show you what's going on along the bridge there. But it is a mostly clear sky start. 59 degrees. That would be the temperature at nearby Pearson Airfield. Here's a view looking from downtown Portland atop of the Wells Fargo camera. PDX reporting 61. And to the bus stop we go. First day of school for several districts. Clear skies for the most part out the door. Will be in the 60s, 75 degrees. Outdoor recess looking good, but it gets toasty, as I mentioned. About the time the kids get out of school, temperatures here in the valley will be back up nearing 90 degrees with not much of a breeze. Here's Chris.
Rod, thank you for that. Let's get you out the door with a quick look at the drive this morning. For that, we take you down to Tualatin. I-5 traffic zipping along just fine as you roll up past the 205 interchange. This is out near the Norwood Road overpass, northbound commute over the right-hand side of your screen there. That's in pretty good shape. Door number 3 takes us up to the aforementioned Clark County. A different view. Rod showed you our brand new camera. This is a washout camera looking right down on the freeway and the interstate bridge, of course, and we're in pretty good shape there as well. Right now, no crashes, no unexpected freeway delays, guys. We're off to a good start.
Thank you, Chris.
This building is going to be where dreams die and nightmares begin.
Well, that's the opinion of one Northwest Portland resident as the city plans to open a homeless shelter in the Pearl District today. For months, neighbors have pushed back on that plan. Over the holiday weekend, someone spray painted graffiti on the building, attacking Mayor Keith Wilson's plan.
Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz joins us live outside the shelter at Northwest 15th and Northrop. So, Thomas, what else are neighbors there saying about all this?
Well, look, guys, neighbors tell us that they're not surprised this happened after months of community meetings pushing back against this project. Take a look at some of the graffiti that was spray painted over the weekend found by our crews on Monday. It said things like, "You don't listen, no shelter," and Mayor plus Vanessa equals ruined lives. The building is owned by Vanessa Sturgeon of Sturgeon Development. By Monday afternoon, that graffiti was painted over. Still, frustration is rising here in the Pearl District against this part of Mayor Keith Wilson's plan as he pushes to open 1,500 new overnight shelter beds by December 1st.
I think it expresses a growing discontentment where we voted for a guy, or a lot of people did, to kind of clean up the problem. And what we didn't understand is that he doesn't know the problem, which is a drug crisis. This idea is just going to make the whole problem worse. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows what's coming, and people are upset.
We reached out to Mayor Wilson's office to get his response to the graffiti. His office told us the mayor does not have a comment. Still, the shelter is expected to open today and will eventually have 40 beds to start. By the end of the month, it is expected to be scaled up to 100 beds, and it does have the capacity to possibly shelter 200 people and be open from 8 at night to 6 in the morning. The city also says that with this new shelter opening, it's going to really focus on curbing tents and RVs, vehicles where people are camping in this area, instead funneling people toward this shelter. Still, neighbors that we spoke with in this area are not convinced that's good enough. Drew, China.
All right, Thomas Schultz with the update for us this morning in the Pearl District. One of our other top stories today, a new transportation funding bill is in the hands of the Oregon Senate after state lawmakers in the House passed the plan with a 36-12 vote on Monday.
Now, two lawmakers went against the grain in that vote, with a Republican voting in favor of the bill and a Democrat voting against it. KGW's Alma McCarty spoke to both about their votes.
That I declare that the special session of the 83rd Legislative Assembly is adjourned sine die.
Before the transportation bill secured the 36 votes needed to pass the House of Representatives and head over to the Senate for consideration, two legislators broke ranks Labor Day when casting their vote this special session.
Spent countless hours figuring it out.
I was really honest up front that this is where my vote was going to land.
Representative Anessa Hartman, a Democrat over Gladstone and Oregon City, voted no, while Representative Cyrus Javity, a Republican covering Clatsop and Tillamook counties, voted yes. Neither lawmaker came to their decision lightly. Hartman says her Clackamas County constituents were fed up with ODOT.
It sort of came off as just the mismanagement of funds. Why is the answer always that we need to give more money rather than saying, okay, where are we spending that money and are we doing it efficiently?
In addition to more accountability, Hartman told KGW she hoped for more public input on this package, citing the financial burden on working families.
My real hope is, as I said on the floor, and my expectation is that we will continue to have robust conversations that are exponentially more transparent than they have been.
There are a lot of people in Oregon that don't like taxes, and I'm one of them, and I don't think anybody does, really.
Despite that, Javity says he voted for the bill, consisting of a gas tax increase plus an increase in fees because Oregon can't afford not to pass it.
And we're a big state and with a lot of miles to cover, and the option of not having any maintenance available to make sure the roads are plowed, rock slides are cleared, just wasn't really an option.
That was Alma McCarty reporting. The Senate reconvenes later this morning at 9 a.m. We've heard that senators plan to vote on the transportation bill tomorrow. If it passes, Republican Christine Drazan has promised that she will refer the tax increases to the ballot for a statewide vote.
Thousands of people rallied around the Portland area on Monday as part of the nationwide Workers Over Billionaires Labor Day protest. They marched, they held signs, and they voiced their opposition to the Trump administration's policies. Here's what one of those protesters we talked to had to say.
I have a sign that says support working families, not billionaire crooks. And that says it all for me. I'm here to say I support unions, I support working people, I support families. I do not support this broliarchy that seems to be rising in our country.
Meanwhile, the White House celebrated Labor Day by touting President Trump as the champion of the American worker, citing job creation and trade deals that support U.S. companies.
Meantime, several community groups also held a rally at Northeast Portland's Glen Haven Park to protest the Trump administration's immigration policies. The Oregon Rising Alliance organized the event and partnered with several community organizations to call for better schools, more affordable living, and immigrant rights. Here's the president of Portland Association of Teachers.
Regardless of whether you have students in the public school system, if you're a part of a union, we know that we cannot win alone on these big issues. We have to come together. And so this rally is just another action we take as part of Oregon Rising as an alliance to say that we got each other's backs.
After the rally, people joined a bus caravan to the ICE detention facility in Tacoma to join a protest demanding the facility be shut down.
All right, starting today, pay to park hours will extend until 10 o'clock at night on Portland streets in downtown, Old Town, and the Pearl District. A new 5 after 5 rule will also start today in some parts of the city. So 5 after 5 means that people can park in one spot for up to 5 hours starting at 5 p.m. in downtown, the Central East Side, and in the Lloyd District.
Rod Hill?
Yes.
Are you still going downtown to get dinner?
I don't come downtown to get dinner ever, so.
Oh, well.
So I'm the wrong person to ask.
Never mind.
Hey, Rod, what's the weather going to be like today?
I stay on the north side of the Columbia River. All right, Schnookwan's Casino Resort in Lincoln City. Here we go. We have partly cloudy skies, 51 degrees is the temperature there. Here's downtown from the Chehalem Tasting Room camera. Pretty orange view, and yeah, a little haze out there, and there's definitely some wildfire smoke that's kind of meandered itself around much of our state at this point of the summer season. Temperatures are in the 50s to about 61 in Portland, 60 in Wilsonville, 54 degrees up in Battleground, and there's Salem at 59, Albany at 57. Our forecast map for this afternoon. The big story here is the return to hot weather. The coast expected to see a good bit of sun today, with some areas getting up into the 70s, and then generally right about 90 from Portland down into Eugene, and then well up into the 90s in Central Oregon. Again, a hot summer day. Heat warnings are up for Wasco County, 100 degrees in the Dalles, maybe even a little bit warmer than that. And Pendleton and LeGrand expected to be well up into the 90s. So here's the 7-day. Basically, we're going to be warm to hot in the afternoon today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Then some cooler weather Friday into the weekend. We have a scattered shower storm chance tomorrow, may or may not happen. We've got a chance of showers again on Friday and Saturday, and right now another chance of showers on Monday. You may recall the September outlook actually has us in the above normal category for potential rainfall this month. And to do that, we would need to get more than an inch and a half. So we'll see what we end up with. That's your forecast for now.